Welcome everybody back to another educational 2K tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to beat the 3-2 zone. Now because I'm showing you how to beat it, I'm not going to show you how the 3-2 zone works. If you want that video, I'll make it in another video. But today I just want to show you how to beat it. So essentially this is how 3-2 looks. You're going to have shooting guard, small forward, point guard up top. Your best perimeter defender is going to be the person guarding the ball. You're going to have the power forward in the corner and the center in the corner. Now, basketball is meant to be symmetrical. So a lot of times when this happens, you'll see the point guard on the same side as the center, the shooting guard on the same side as the power forward. Why? Symmetrical. The point guard is small, right? So naturally you want the biggest person on your team to protect them, which is why the shooting guard has a big body, but he doesn't need the center because he typically will have a little bit more size than the point guard. Now, how to beat it? The first thing you want to look at is personnel. What is the team setup? Do they have a 6'1" point guard? Do they have a 6'9" point guard? Alright, you got to be able to identify these things when teams are playing these different defenses so you know how to beat it. Next is the rotations. When the ball moves or swings or anything, how's the defense rotating throughout that zone? Is everybody staying home? Who's helping? Who's coming to protect the rim? Things like that. And last but not least, you have to look at how consistent they are with those rotations. So consistency and rotation goes hand in hand. That way, if they throw a wrinkle in there, then you can get a chance to see how consistently they do that same wrinkle, and you adjust to that. So the way to beat this zone is the first ISO. Now this is not in any particular order, but these are the three ways to beat it. Isolation. Your point guard is just better than their defender, so you're beating them off the dribble one-on-one. Attacking the corners, typically it's going to be bigs in the corners. Their natural instinct is to rotate down and get rebounds and block shots. You can take advantage of that because they are too slow to recover. And then the last thing, way to beat it is to have the point guard switch out positions with the bigs. So point guard, shooting guard, make them rotate out with the power forward or the center. Right? That's how you beat the 3-2 zone consistently. Now I'm gonna show you all these different things in a few clips that I have. The team we're going up against is very, very good. They're a very tough team. But if all else fails in this video, if you couldn't find nothing in this video that was helpful, play defense. That's all I can tell you. Play defense. Even if you're struggling against this zone, if you play defense yourself and they're struggling to score against you, then it all works out in the end because neither team can score. It makes it a very defensive game. That means the game is still going to be close some way, somehow. But this video should help you dive in and figure out, okay, they're playing it this way. They're playing the 3-2 zone. These are their rotations. These things will help you beat it. Right, and the thing I want y'all to really take note of, I am a point guard that does not shoot a three-pointer, or I'm not capable. So I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, you got to have a point guard that's like every other point guard. He got to be this like special Steph Curry, Damian Lillard type shooter. No, it's about understanding basketball, understanding what works, how to attack different things, and communicating with your teammates. That's how you build good habits, build team chemistry, and that's how ultimately you come up with things like this video that will help you in the long run. I always encourage my teammates to watch the stuff that I create because a lot of stuff I get comes from them. You know, it's something I saw throughout a game. I want to make a video out of it. This team played a phenomenal 3-2 zone. And again, I will show y'all how to actually do it in another video that's more aimed towards defense, but this is strictly offense, how to beat this zone. And that's all I really got for you. I think everybody at this point is just waiting for us to go ahead and get into the video. Is there anything else I want to hit before we jump right into this? Oh yeah, one more thing. On offense, please be patient. I don't want to rush into this. Be patient with your movements. All right. Defenses are really good. They're gonna bait you. They're gonna do a lot of different things. This is why you have to have videos. This is why you practice. Be patient within your offense. I don't care what style you run, how fast you are. Know what you're trying to execute before you just go out there and do something random. Please. Now, as we jump into this video, first thing we're going to look at is the other team's lineup. They have a playmaking shot creator at the 1, a 3-point shot creator at the 2, a two-way 3-point shot creator at the 3, a stretch glass cleaner at the 4, and a defensive anchor at the 5. So the first thing you want to identify is personnel. Alright, you can look at them right now. The point guard and shooting guard look kind of short, even though the shooting guard looks like a tad bit taller, probably like an inch or two. You notice that the small forward is a two-way player, so he's probably going to be the team's primary lock. And the center is a defensive anchor. Alright, obviously the stretch glass cleaner can shoot threes, but defensive anchor, you don't know whether he can shoot it or not. Just watch what they come out in. So if he comes out there setting screens, it's a good chance they run 4-1 pick and roll on offense. If he comes out and goes to the corner, that motherfucker can shoot. You don't have to guess to yourself. If he runs to the corner, I still would give him one to see if he knocks it down, to see how confident he is. But if he runs to the corner and they play 5 out, he can shoot. Straight up like that. That's the best way I can tell you. So now that we kind of identify all 5 guys, this team actually does play 5 out. So all 5 guys can shoot. So offensively, you know what they're going to try to do. The point guard is probably going to be, well, he's a playmaking shot creator, so he's probably going to be the person just trying to make something happen offensively by himself. And once you overhelp, he's probably going to doubt his teammates. That's probably their game plan. Since they ran 5 out, that's what you know that they want to do. So when you identify personnel, you need to look at the whole team. Talk to your teammates. How big is this guy? How big is that guy? All right. The archetypes, whoever man it is, they need to remember everything about the person they're going up against. All right. So with that being said, let's look at this point guard. This point guard is 6'1". He averages 22 points per game and 8 assists. And the 22 points and 8 assists don't matter, because if you're in an actual team game, a lot of like actual pro-am, a lot of times they won't even show you that. Only thing that matters for me is this man is 6'1". Nothing else matter. I don't care if he has a high steal, none of that. He's 6'1". He don't want to be in the paint. So Freezer here, the first thing you want to do is identify the defense that they're in. You see, they have 3 people right here up top. They have the 2 bigs going to the corners. And do not confuse this zone with 2-3 zone. A lot of people will, but you can kind of tell by how far out the 2 guards are towards the wings. If it was 2-3 zone, they would be pinching in a little bit more so it'd probably be a big man in the back. But because they're spaced out the way they are, and then the lockdown is staying up top, that lets you know that they're in 3-2 zone. You have to be able to identify it, because how to attack it and beat these different zones varies. Right? How you beat 2-3 zone is not the same way how you beat 3-2 zone. You can't just ISO against a 2-3, right? But against 3-2, you can. But 3-2 zone is actually very good against 5 out, just so you know. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. The first thing I do, I try to attack the corner. Now, I know I said the first thing was ISO, but again, it was in no particular order. I've been playing this so long, once I recognized the zone, I already knew how I wanted to attack it. This is a very hard steal to make. And again, I'm going to show y'all the mishaps or the wrongdoings in this, as well as I'm going to show you how to beat things. I don't want y'all to think everything is smooth all the time. I made a mistake, I'm going to show you the mistake. So right there, great steal. He was there to get out on the break, and they got a very easy bucket off of it. So great defense, and I have to be alert from that for the rest of the game. Moving on. Now that he did that, I'm going to try to attack the corner again. What I'm going to do, this is what I like to do against this particular zone, is I'm going to send the wing right here on the backdoor cut so I can throw the ball to the corner. Now you see the way this person in the back is playing, how he's facing? He is baiting me to throw it to the corner. This is very good defense. This is very tough. Because Because I'm reading it like that, he's baiting me to throw it to the corner so he can go for another steal. And because he's baiting me to do so, more so, a lot of you guys will do the same thing unless you try to ISO, but you're going to throw it to the corner. Freeze it here. Now from here, I would want the corner to just throw the ball down to the paint because he now has a guard in the paint. Remember how I said guards don't want to be down there? This is why. They can't protect the rim. They can't block shots. So that's where I want the ball to go. Now this is Jazz. He's new to the team. He'll learn that. So I did the same thing. I passed it to him. And this time I cut. Now, this is a bigger defender and a better defender. I don't know how much rim protection he has, but this is the lock that's guarding me. It's the same thing. It becomes an ISO situation, but this is the pass I wanted him to make to the wing player that just cut. But as you can see, you can catch it, body him, he's too small, take the easy layup. Next play, I'm going to come down and do the first thing I told y'all, which was to ISO. So this is just mano a mano, one-on-one situation. I feel like I'm better than the lockdown guarding me. I just want to simply take him off the dribble, get to the rim and get a bucket. And while I'm doing this, I'm peeping how the defense is rotating. Keep that in mind. So I get it. Give him my little move. I'm going to go get a bucket. Cool. Next play, I want to attack the corner yet again. I know I got ripped the first time, but I'm telling y'all, this is how you beat this zone. You want to attack the corners. The bigs are too slow. And once you catch them 1 or 2 times, you'll have them for the rest of the game. Very important. So, same look. I just want to get it to the corner. So right here, I'm going to catch the ball from the wing and go ahead and freeze it. What this just created, which is crazy, I don't know how often I would tell somebody to run this because this lockdown could have easily slid back and picked the ball up. But once this man cut through, it tells this person that's playing the back lines to choose between giving up this layup or giving up this 3 ball. Very hard choice. Whatever you choose wrong. He gave up the 3 ball. He was able to knock it down. Great play. So this next play, this is towards the end of the quarter, and this is something you can always throw into beating this zone. I'm gonna essentially tell my shooting guard, hey, when you come down, don't stop, just go all the way to the rim. And the reason why I'm doing that, it creates the same situation for that backline defender. Give us a layup or give us the 3. So essentially, he's just gonna keep running straight through. As you can see, he's stuck in between trying to choose between the layup or give it the 3. Now, the reason why this is happening is because they're in zone. The shooting guard naturally wants to run to the corner. He's never going to come down to protect the rim. And he expects this person on the back line to do so. And when that don't happen, you give up an easy bucket. Next up is another ISO, and this is the key play of the game. This showed me everything I needed to know about this defense. I caught their rotations, and I now know their consistency. The guards are going to run to the corner. The bigs are going to drop down to protect the rim. Cool. So right here, I'm going to catch it. ISO freezer here. This is my hesitation move. Once I gave him the hesitation and blew by him, right here, I saw that the big man is coming to get the block. And that's what showed me their rotations are consistent. This is how they want to play. And now you can pick on that for the rest of the game. I know I can pick on this left side or the right side. So I get the isolation bucket, and now we get to really attack this 3-2 zone. So the last thing I want to show y'all as y'all see me attack the corners is just getting the guards to take the position of the bigs. So making the guards switch out with the bigs. And this is, to me, is the easiest way to beat this damn zone, or any zone that you get into for any matter, is just making the guards become the rim protectors. So what you do is you send the guy through. Go ahead, freeze it. Once you send him through, where's the guard now? He's in the corner. So now he's the rim protector. No guard wants to be stuck in this position. From here, all you have to do is tell the person that the guard is on to cut to the basket and wait out the reach. So what happens here is he's going to run through, but I didn't wait out the reach. He was able to poke it. That's on me. And I like to show you those mistakes for a reason. So next thing I want to show y'all is when y'all do these rotations, be patient. Because if you do something too early, you allow the defense to recover way better than what they should. I'm going to give y'all two examples, so pay attention. First one, we cut through, right? But the corner did not freeze and show himself in a position to score. Let me show you why this is so important. When I come down and look, I got a man in the wing I believe is open. You see triangle come to the basket. I should be able to throw it to him for a dunk. And if this defender on the back line creeps over, I should be able to hit circle in the corner for a wide open three. This is what I'm seeing as a point guard. But if you rotate too early and come straight through without that pause, they made an adjustment. Now I cannot get the point guard to sit in the corner. You see where the point guard is? He's guarding up top. And what that made me do was have to come up with another play. So now I have to rethink some shit that I already had figured out. All right, and now I gotta readjust the consistency of the rotations. So all I did was just send them back door. And again, we got the same look. And I'm gonna show y'all how this got wide open. So essentially the same thing. I told whoever the point guard was guarding to cut to the basket. And y'all didn't really catch this, but peep this. Now they have two guards on the same side. You see these two guards? The shooting guard is in the corner. He's not a rim protector, so I don't have to worry about him sliding over to get a block or a steal. And because their natural rotation is just to run to the corner, and he can't run anywhere, the shooting guard that's in the corner can't run anywhere, naturally one of these other people that's a bigger body has to rotate to try to protect the rim. Well, whichever guy rotate, all I got to do is hit the open man. It's a very tough pass. We got to knock down those shots, but that is what it is. Easy shots. This is another example of rotating too early. So we're going to run the same action again. So you see the point guard, he's already in the corner. Now, because the person in the corner is going to rotate too early, it's going to allow the big man to actually catch up in the play. Now, you see the point guard, he's rotating out to the top, and the corner's already cutting before I even gave the cue to cut. And I was telling them you have to be patient. And I'm going to show you why that's so important later in the video. But essentially, they, again, consistency in their rotations. I know what they're going to do. So from there, same thing. Seeing whoever the point guard is guarding to the basket, and I made him choose. And whatever he chose wrong. So as you can see, even though he's going to be able to get a contest, he chose to bite down and try to protect the rim, which is natural for any big man. And when it happened, I threw the ball so fast that he didn't have no choice but to try to get back out and rotate. Now this is a wide open shot. This is a shot we make all the time. Just happened to miss it. Try to make your open shots if you can. So this next play, we're going to go back to the same action, making the guards rotate out with the bigs. Doesn't really matter which side you do it to. That's why you got to identify personnel. You know, how big are they? Is the shooting guard the same size as the point guard? You know, if he's not, how much bigger is he? Can I still pick on him? So we're going to run this action again. And this time, you see I was patient. We was able to get the bucket. And you essentially, once we got this down, we can run the same action for the rest of the game. Again, same thing, you come down, it does not really matter which side you do it to. You know, I showed y'all we can pick on the right side. Now I wanted to show y'all the same thing to the left side. And you notice after he got this steal and I doubted his corner, he had to play hesitant the rest of the game. So now I send him, and now they're confused about their rotations. So now the person that's cutting has a wide open dunk, which y'all saw at the beginning. And when this happens, when you catch the ball, just go up and dunk it. Do not pump fake. Do not think about it. Just get the bucket. So now we're going to show another look. Go ahead and freeze it here. This is essentially the same thing in the rest of the game. You don't have to think about it. I have a small guard on me. But there's another small guard somewhere. All I gotta do is tell the corner, because he's in the right corner right now, cut to the basket. And all I gotta do is be patient and wait out the reach. Remember in the beginning of the video when he tipped it? Now you saw him bite down to try to reach. Just wait it out, be patient. You're gonna get a bucket. Now I don't care about all these animations and stuff that my man is going through, and I don't care about them baiting, trying to help, and I don't care about him getting 3 seconds. Be patient. This is why you practice these things. The ball's gonna come. I waited out the reach. I was able to throw it down to the paint. He took whatever animations. Now be mindful, if he helps down and jump, kick it to the wide open shooter at the top. But if not, just take your bucket. Easy day. Now this next play is what a lot of pro players like to call a Fifi. I never really ran this, but I ran this to show y'all another way to get the guards to switch down to the corners. And a lot of pro players, they do this to get the point guard to fade. That's all the only reason why they do it. But essentially, this is what a Fifi looks like. Two guys are going to rotate at the exact same time. You will either hear Fifi or reverse Fifi in a lot of people's streams. Now, I'm freezing here. The only reason why I did that was to get this guard, the shooting guard right here, into the corner. Now, if you don't know what the Fifi is, I'm going to show it to you again. I'm going to slow it down. This action right here is called a Fifi. Again, if I could shoot, you can see me run into a fade right there. Because what happens is you're taking the help defender away that would normally bite down and chip away at the fade or pitch at the fade. You take him away by making him go to the corner, and you can just essentially run and fade. So that's another good offense for you. But for me, I did it just to get this action, just to get the same guard to protect the rim. I wait out the reach. I don't care about all that animation. Go up and dunk it. Now, so this is where I wanted to show y'all the last play, right? This is what I mean by being patient within the offense. Now, we know about rotations and consistency. The point guard is going to rotate back up to the top. I say it one more time. The point guard is going to rotate back up to the top. Now, instead of the corner going so early like he did earlier in the video, watch this. Simple, right? I'm going to show y'all how he got that open. But since I knew their rotations and how consistent they was going to be, this is what I was telling the corner earlier. Don't go so fast. Because if you see them make an adjustment like that, all you got to do is be patient and you're going to find yourself with a wide open shot. It took my man an extra second to realize how open he was. But essentially, if all else fails, if you didn't find nothing helpful in this video, just play some defense. Now, right here, this is the end of the game. I knew there was 103. So if they take a 2, I didn't really care. But you see the rotations there. We switched properly. He's going to run down and actually make a good play. I probably should have jumped, but like I said, it wasn't a 3. I wasn't too worried about it. But those principles that we did offensively helped us attack this 3-2 zone. And we was able to come out with a dub. I always like to show y'all whether we won or lost. If we lost, we lost. It is what it is. I do this for educational purposes. So the last thing is the scorecard. I want y'all to learn how to read the box score. Now, I'm not going to teach it in this particular video, but you want to look at certain things. How many threes did you shoot? How many turnovers did you have? And who had those turnovers? Who won the rebound battle? You know, how many block shots, momentum plays did you get? How many fouls did everybody have? Because if you're a team and you don't have that many fouls, you wasn't playing that much defense. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. But learning all those little different things will help you as you're attacking any type of defense. All right, I show you how to completely obliterate 3-2 zone, especially with that personnel, them having 2 small guards. So there should be no reason why you can't efficiently attack that particular zone. If you want to learn how to attack 2-3 zone, I have a video up. If you want to learn how to play 3-2 defense, I will have a video on that available soon. But for right now, I just want to focus in and get some people some offense. I'll always do defense. So there you go. That's some efficient offense against the 3-2 zone. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video and you think it's helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe to your boy, man. It's Lethal. I'm out.